They told you. Ancient Egypt was white. That's what the school book said. That's what Hollywood showed us. And that's what museums keep repeating. But here's the truth. Ancient Egypt, Kemet, was African. Its people were dark-skinned, woolly-haired, brilliant innovators in science, architecture, and government. And the evidence? It's been in plain sight all along. Let's start with the art. On the walls of temples and tombs, Egyptians painted themselves in shades of deep brown and reddish brown. These weren't just decorations. They were self-portraits, telling the world exactly who they were. Then there's the hair. Mummified remains still have tightly coiled hair, the same texture seen across Africa. Ancient wigs were made to imitate African hairstyles. That's not the hair of a white European population. And then we have the features. Statues, busts, and carvings show broad noses, full lips, features we still see in African populations today. These weren't mistakes by ancient sculptors. They were accurate depictions. What about the DNA? Studies of mummies have shown links to populations in Nubia and the Horn of Africa, not Europe. Egypt's earliest dynasties came directly out of Africa's Nile Valley civilizations. In fact, Egypt's closest neighbor, the Kingdom of Kush, even ruled Egypt as the 25th dynasty, the era of the Black Pharaohs. So why is this truth hidden? Because colonial powers needed a different story. A story where the greatest civilizations came from Europe or the Middle East, not from Africa. A story that separated African people from their history of greatness. They rewrote the textbooks. They funded museum exhibits that erased African features. They filled movies with pale-skinned actors in Egyptian roles. And they pushed this version of history for generations until people believed it. But history doesn't lie. It's written in stone, in paintings, in the DNA of the ancestors. Ancient Egypt was a Black African civilization, and no amount of whitewashing can change that truth. So the next time you see a movie, a textbook, or a museum display showing white Egyptians, remember, you're looking at colonial propaganda, not history. And if this is shocking to you, that's because you were never meant to know. But now you do. And it's time to share it. This is Sankofa Secrets, where we uncover the history they don't want you to know. Subscribe now, because next time, we're talking about the real Wakanda, the Kingdom of Kush. And trust me, it's going to blow your mind.